Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Is Matthew Atkinson coming back to the bold and the beautiful as Thomas Forrester this summer? B&B viewers haven't saw Hope Logan's ex since last year on the CBS soap. Last we knew, Thomas was living in Paris and getting married to Paris Buckingham Diamond White. Will he make a special trip home to attend his parents' wedding? Here's what's coming up this summer on Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers down below. It has been ages since Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, dumped Hope Logan Annika Noel and left town to start a new life. There were even rumors floating around that the soap was looking to recast the role and bring the character back full-time. But nothing ever came of those. Will Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, and Taylor Hayes Rebecca Buddy be what finally brings their son back home? Thomas Forrester and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, have always been close to their parents. It is no secret that the brother and sister duo have yearned for years for their parents to get back together and remarried. It would be hard to believe that he wouldn't want to be a part of their big day. Besides, if they have a large traditional wedding at the Forrester mansion, then they might even want Thomas to be his father's best man at the altar. Even if he isn't a part of the main event, his mom Taylor will need someone to walk her down the aisle and give her away. Bold and Beautiful spoilers hint now is a perfect time for Thomas Forrester to return, because Hope Logan also has a wedding coming up. When Thomas flies back to LA for his parents' I-do's, will he crash Hope and Carter Walton's Lawrence St. Victor Big Day 2? The Forrester family mansion buzzed with excitement, tension, and a hint of déjà vu. After months of uncertainty, tears, betrayals, and reconciliations, the wedding of Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes was back on. Again. Only this time, there was a twist. Their son, Thomas Forrester, was returning to Los Angeles just in time for the ceremony. But was he coming to support his parents? Or stop the wedding? For longtime fans of the Bold and the Beautiful, Thomas's return evokes memories of chaos, passion, and manipulation. After leaving town to find himself and refocus on his fashion career abroad, Thomas had all but vanished from the LA drama. He promised to work on his mental health and regain the trust of those he had hurt, especially Hope Logan and his father Ridge. But now, as the wedding of the century nears, whispers across Forrester Creations suggest Thomas's reappearance might bring more than just a family reunion. It begins with a jet black car pulling into the Forrester driveway. Out steps Thomas, looking more refined, more composed, but with eyes that still held that spark of mischief and intensity. His suit is designer, of course, and his return catches even Eric Forrester off guard. "Thomas?" Steffi gasps, running into his arms. "You're actually here?" "Of course I'm here," Thomas replies smoothly. "I couldn't let Mom and Dad get married without me, could I?" But his voice carries a different edge, one that only Steffi picks up. She narrows her eyes. "You're not here to stir things up, right?" He smiles, too charmingly. "I'm here to celebrate." Or so he claims. Taylor is radiant in an elegant, pearl-colored gown, glowing with joy as she prepares to walk down the aisle once more. Ridge, ever conflicted between two loves, has finally chosen Taylor, or so he believes. Brooke Logan has tried and failed to win him back, and this time Ridge appears committed to starting anew with his children's mother. But not everyone believes this union is built to last. Hope Logan, overhearing Thomas speaking cryptically on the phone in the Forrester courtyard, starts to worry. She confronts him later, her voice barely above a whisper. "What are you planning, Thomas?" He shrugs. "I'm just here for family." But Hope knows better. She sees the way he watches Brooke, the way he looks at Ridge like a son with a score to settle. And she remembers all too well the damage Thomas is capable of when pushed. On the eve of the ceremony, the Forrester mansion is alive with guests, champagne, and candlelight. But in the shadows, secrets swirl. Thomas pulls Ridge aside for a quiet conversation. "Dad," he says solemnly, "are you sure about this? About marrying Mom?" Ridge raises an eyebrow. "What kind of question is that?" The kind a son asks when he's not sure his father's making the right choice. Thomas replies, voice low. Are you marrying her because you love her? Or because you've given up on Brooke? Ridge stiffens. I don't want to talk about Brooke. Thomas doesn't push, but he doesn't drop it either. Later that night, he finds himself alone in the study, holding a photo of Ridge and Brooke from years past. His jaw clenches. He remembers how his father used to look at Brooke, how his mother always came second. And he remembers how every time Taylor was chosen, it was after some catastrophic fallout with Brooke, not because she was Ridge's first choice, but because she was the safe one. Thomas loves his mother, but he knows she deserves more than being a fallback. The garden is decorated in soft whites and lush greens. Guests gather. The music swells. Taylor walks down the aisle, bouquet in hand, beaming at Ridge. Just as Carter Walton prepares to begin the ceremony, a voice interrupts. Wait! Heads turn. It's Thomas. He steps forward, calm and composed, but with the weight of a storm behind his words. I can't let this happen without saying something. Taylor looks shocked. Ridge looks furious. Steffi mutters. Oh no. Thomas continues. Dad, I know you think you're doing the right thing. I know you care about Mom. But if you're standing here because you think it's too late for something else, then you're not honoring her. You're hurting her. Thomas, stop. Taylor pleads. No, Mom. You deserve someone who chooses you first, not someone who settles because they're tired of the fight. And Dad, if that's what this is, walk away now. Don't say vows you can't live up to. A hushed silence follows. Even Brooke, watching quietly in the back, looks rattled. Ridge stares at Thomas. Why are you doing this? Because I've made a lot of mistakes, Thomas says. I've manipulated people. I've lied. But this time, I'm telling the truth. The ceremony halts. Guests shuffle out in confusion. Taylor, devastated but strong, retreats to her room. Ridge follows, but says nothing. The weight of Thomas's words has shaken him more than he's willing to admit. Steffi corners Thomas later. You could have let them have their day. I did what needed to be done, Thomas says simply. Brooke approaches them, hesitant. Why would you defend me like that? I wasn't defending you, Thomas replies. I was defending the truth. I'm not that man anymore, Brooke. I don't play games. Not anymore. Thomas's return may have stopped a wedding, but it reignited something else, a sense of accountability and clarity in a family too often tangled in denial. As the sun sets on the Forrester estate, one thing is clear. Thomas Forrester has changed. But whether that change will last, or lead to even greater consequences, remains to be seen. After all, in the bold and the beautiful, no return ever comes without a price. Let me know if you'd like a follow-up with Taylor's reaction, Brooke's next move, or Thomas's secret plan. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.